Gemini. Welcome. And welcome back to Heretical Tarot. We're talking about September already, which is crazy. Time is flying, as it does. So just a quick self-plug. I am offering personal readings now. You can find those on my website. My website is listed in the description below. I would love to work with you one-on-one. So those are available. I feel like I am missing something. I always think that. Anyway, okay. Let's talk about you. We'll shuffle with a little more intention here. We're looking for a message for Gemini for September 2022. I hope that August has treated you well, is treating you well. Now there's only like one day left. Me. There we go. Okay. The cards that have like the gold foil on the side kind of tend to shed a little bit. It drives me crazy. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. We have the Eight of Wands. The Fool, love that. The Three of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Interesting. We have Strength at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It's always so interesting when it seems like this row is like what's happening in your environment or like what's happening in your life, and this is how you feel about it. So we start with the Eight of Wands. Things could be moving quickly here. That's what the Eight of Wands talks about. Wands having to do with action, communication. It's also like I see them as a card of information also, whether you're giving information or receiving it. It's interesting that we begin with the Eight of Wands and we end with the Nine of Wands. So there is a progression happening here at least. This also, the couple other times I've seen this card, specifically just in this deck for whatever reason, we have all of these flowers spread out here. You could be busy. You could be spreading yourself a bit thin. And you could feel maybe even just a bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. If you have multiple responsibilities, if you're juggling a lot of things. And it's paired with the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords talks about confusion, being indecisive. I kind of want to see what the book says about The Two of Swords, because I don't think I've read, let me see. Departing greatly from the cold clarity of the Ace, the Two of Swords is a warning against delusion and false reality. No matter how guarded you are, if you are blind to the situation at hand, you will miscalculate and blunder. Don't flinch from the truth, as it is often less dire than the many insidious realities your mind conjures up in the darkness. Do not let needless fear disturb you. Find balance. Yeah. Especially with this Eight of Wands. Because, also too, it's a good reminder about the Ace of Swords being the sword of truth. It's like the divine truth. There's an element of needing to bring honesty to a situation. There's a mental clarity that comes with the Ace of Swords. And then, we move on to the Two, and it's like, oh boy, but what does that mean for my already put in place perspectives? What is that, how does that affect the belief systems that I have surrounding certain things? Right? Or because, this has that feeling about, is this even possible? Do I have what it takes to handle all of this? Is it even something I want to take on? Because there is this new opportunity here. The Fool is taking a leap of faith. There would be an opportunity that shows up that could put you on a different path. Even if that path is slightly different. It also kind of feels like, it's either coming out of nowhere, or especially with it being next to the Eight of Wands, because there could be somebody coming in that offers you something else, something new. Because with this, the Fool is a 0 card, right? So it's like that energy of taking the plunge, not the plunge itself, but actually making the decision and plunging. The Magician would be once you've completed the plunge is done, now you're like, okay, here I am. I survived that. Now what? Right? And two, there's, if you can see it, we have the seagull here. I think that's what that is. It might be something else. I can't think of but there's a bear right here swimming in the water. So again, there could be somebody entering your awareness that is going to bring this opportunity to you, or you are going to cross paths with them because of the journey that you're on, the path that you are already on. And like I said, down here, this row just feels like how you are feeling about the situation. So the Five of Pentacles here generally talks about lack, and not having enough. It's interesting. Like I'm getting a couple different things from this. I mean, Pentacles generally have to do with our money, how we make it, how we spend it, how we invest it. It has to do with our time, again, how we spend it, how we get it. It could have to do with our physical bodies. I will always bring up the physical body when a pentacle is on the table, because it's anything that has to do with the physical world, any tangible things, including these vessels that we occupy during our time here on earth, right? And it just kind of feels like either you feel like it's going to be a step back, or you're worried about leaving somebody, like it's like a loyalty thing. Like you're worried about other people being affected by your decision. But it's also, by doing that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, of course, like having that concern. However, it's like you also need to find space to consider your star player, and is that loyalty going to prevent your growth and keep you in a place where, you start to lack opportunities, even making more money and working with people or doing something that you really enjoy doing. Not to say that what you're doing now you don't enjoy, but right, that's how this feels. Maybe it would be a slight pay cut. I don't really feel like that's it, but I just want to mention it because of the Five of Pentacles being with the Fool. Like it, there could just be a concern here that somehow your money and your time are going to be affected by this decision. And we have the Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles generally talks about working with other people. There's a collaboration aspect to it, but in this card, they're working alone. I just want to see, let's see. After the early stages of a project, there is a surge of pleasure in realizing you've achieved some tangible level of competency. Take pride in your work. Be meticulous and patient, giving credit to the noble endeavor you've chosen to undertake. Likewise, as each brick supports its brother, this is a good time to interlock your plan with other visions. Let other people's input influence your own. This is a great time to build stability and trust. Yeah, it's like, clearly this guy is laying brick for a wall, right? And I love how we go from the Five of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles here, because in this card, we can see this figure laying on the ground here behind this wall. And in this card, they've started to lay bricks. But also, there's two pentacles missing out of this window here. So again, it's like, investing allowing yourself to invest in something. It could be a new skill. It could be continued education to a certain degree. It could be some level of study, either, an extension of what you already know, or, if there's something that you have been interested in learning, it would be that. But also, recognizing that by you investing these 2 pentacles, you still have 3 pentacles left. Like, it's not like you're going to be completely depleted in all areas, financially, physically. And it might even, bring a sense of accomplishment also. And we have the 9 of Wands, which is it's kind of deciding I keep getting this feeling like deciding if you want to even do it. Again, I'm curious because this guy is covered in, let's see. The good news is that your idea is finally starting to take off. It no longer needs your constant care and attention to survive on. In fact, it's so successful, it's quickly growing beyond your control. As daunting as it may seem, you must throw yourself into maintaining it, as there will be many unforeseen challenges to monitor and train. Your final test is overcoming the vision itself. Okay, love that. Because look, I mean, we go from this 8 of Wands here, right? There's nobody in here. And like I said, with all these flowers, this feeling of kind of being spread a little thin. But in this card, it's like being fully invested. But also how much it has grown, right? And even blossomed from the 8 of Wands. Definitely, a level of commitment there. And I also love that we have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, because it's almost like these two kind of say the same thing. Because the Strength card talks about perseverance, determination, that inner strength, right? And that's generally what the 9 of Wands talks about too, is yeah, you might feel a bit beat up by life, but you're still standing. You still have some energy to put towards the thing, and you're still almost committed to seeing it through. And that's what the Strength card feels like. It's also a card of Leo. There could be a Leo around. We have the Emperor behind there, which is Aries. There could be an Aries around. But this talks about being an authority. There's a confidence that comes with that. This is divine masculine energy too. So going after what you want. The 8 of Swords, being worried about, is this going to pay off? Is this what I should be spending my time doing? This is also a card of Gemini, but it's all those like self-sabotaging, limiting thoughts, right? All of the reasons why we shouldn't do a thing. And it's also, like those thoughts that we hide behind. It's those things that prevent us from expansion and growth. But we have the King of Pentacles. Look at this king upside down, like doing a handstand on this bowl. Kidding me? What in the world? But it's like abundance on abundance on abundance. Like, these strawberries are raining strawberries. The King of Pentacles, again, it's like, the Earth card to the Emperor. Having enough. This is also reaching a level of success in your chosen field and being recognized for it, being paid properly for it. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups could be two people, but it's more so like the energy of the cards. So we start with the Ace of Cups, right? And that's your cup is full, so much that it's overflowing. So then you're like, I have enough to where I could share with other people. And the other person comes in with their Ace of Cups. So everybody, it's like a 50-50 situation. It's not 80-20. It's not 90-10. It's 50-50. So what you're giving, you're getting. So this could be the energy that you're giving yourself. This could be, linking up with somebody. It could be romantic, platonic. It could be business, where your values, your morals, your ideas are the same or on the same level. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, reaching this level of success. Having enough for yourself, but also your family, your community, your, whoever. We have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. This figure sitting here just, I always kind of see it as like gratitude, because I don't know if you can see their hands, like their palms are up, and it's almost like just this posture of gratitude. The King of Wands, creation, creativity, again, another king even. So yeah, like whatever this is, it definitely could take you to another level. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.